Kagurabachi. And with that, I'm going to toss this one over to Josh, right?
Yes. I'm feeling a lot better. Well, actually, no, you were wrong. You're not passing it to Josh. You're passing it to Wrong Burgundy.
You're right.
Because this is Wrong Burgundy speaking.
Wow. You know what?
Who's Wrong Burgundy now?
I do respect you keeping your word and keep it honoring the deal. So thank you, Wrong
That's
Burgundy.
the only thing that makes, that's how we keep it fun around here.
We're in a society,
little deals.
You're a man of your word, Wrong Burgundy.
Thanks. Well, anyway, being wrong and all, this is Kagurabachi, chapter number 60, Resurrection, alternate title. Josh and Brian were very wrong.
That's right.
Okay. So last week, we got all but, like a 99.9% confirmation that we were wrong. That and in a way that none of us could have expected. Samura's betrayal.
Yeah.
So needless to say, the stakes are at an all-time high. He has killed Uraha. He has seriously injured Chihiro's physical and mental state. And he passed on Uraha's sword to the Kamunabi. She's looking dire right now. So this week we cut to the Kuminabi headquarters. November 10th at 3:14 a.m. Why? I don't know. I hope that matters. I hope the time matters. So the top brass at the Kuminabi are basically talking about the aftermath of what just happened. They are completely stunned that Samura betrayed them, as are we. We learned that Hakuri, the sorcerer that tried as hard as he could, but essentially sealed the fate of Uraha single-handedly by giving Samura his sword. He had a last-ditch effort bringing Chihiro to face what Samura did, only to see him get slashed. So he's also in a really bad state too. More about that a little bit later. Oh, actually, no, not later, because we see that his neural pathways that govern sorcery are damaged. So he might not be able to use his Nen like Gon for a little while, unfortunately. But maybe he'll be back, There's no way that could be it for Hakuri and his powers. So they go on to talk about the seal on the what's this? The Shinuchi, the super duper powerful sword. It's about 3/5 of the way complete. It's going steady. They're saying now that we can't depend on Hakuri Sazanami to transport the swords, should we consider using the Shinuchi? And one of the guys is like, hey, whoa.
Well, hold on now.
Did you look up at the sky? So he confirming our fears that is in fact not a metaphorical description of his ability. There is in fact a giant owl eye in several places around the city or Japan. I'm not exactly sure how far its reach is, but that's insane. There's like maybe a few per city or per town, and he can detect spiritual energy. They go on to say that, because it spread so thin, Samura, that is, in his owl ability, could probably his design is probably only meant to detect the use of the
enchanted blades.
What do you call it? The enchanted blades, yeah. I guess specifically, for the Shinuchi, and I guess for Chihiro as well. But they basically come to the conclusion that they should leave the Shinichi as a last ditch effort and try to just show up their defenses and ambush them. We cut to Chihiro. He wakes up in the bed. He's alive, physically. Your boy is at his bedside, the one that teleports.
Shiba.
Is Shiba. He's like, "How you feeling, Chihiro? I know I wasn't there, but I came at the end. All right, and there's no making sense of it. How you feeling, though, bro?" And he's just like, "Bro, like I'm hurt. I'm fucked up. My mentor that I looked up to, that was my dad's friend, like for sure. Like I didn't have to ask. I seen it with my own eyes, and he cut down Uraha. He cut him down, and then he sliced me." And Mr. Shiba's like, he's like, I nearly died. And he was like, "Nah, you did die."
You were definitely flatlined for a little while.
Yeah.
You were
said,
legally
you
dead.
flatlined. He said, "But several minutes after your death, the gash to your lungs and liver healed, and the wound closed. You've lost some blood, but other than that, your body's almost totally restored. It's either an insane miracle or..." And then before he gets to finish, Chihiro realizes that his eternal contract's broken. Then
What does that mean again?
Where's...
It means he can't use
So-
N10 at the moment. Like N10 is a free agent, basically.
Yeah.
But how did that save him from dying?
I
That
think it
didn't
was
save him
something
from
in.
dying.
My guess is that something in Samura's power, like, killed him for a little bit, enough to sever his connection with N10, and then healed him. I think that's what we're supposed to be getting out of this.
Oh.
Yeah, that's exactly what's said on the next page, actually.
Oh shit! Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Actually, it's
he's,
been confirmed immediately.
Shiba goes on to say essentially what you said. He says, "I think Samura deliberately planned your revival." And he's like, probably with Toba Mune's power. He can't say for sure. And then Chihiro starts to get a little bit of hope, just like going with Kite, actually. And he's like, "Wait, so you think maybe Uraha's not actually dead? Like he just did that to like sever the contract?" And he was like, "Nah, bro.
Nah, he definitely killed Ura.
Yeah, like we contacted the morgue and they performed the autopsy on him and everything already. He's dead. All right. Well, I definitely skipped ahead because before he actually confirms about what happened with the Uraha, she was trying to like convince him, like, "Yo, like I think he was trying to give you a second chance, like to not be a contracted swordsman, to be someone that has to be in the line of his, like, fire, I guess." And he's just like, "Damn, like, why would he leave me alive and kill Uraha?" Like, and then Chihiro's like, "Yo, like, what's the terrible thing my father and those guys?" And then Chihiro, right as she was about to try to answer him, the little ninja guy pulls up I guess one of the people that
Mini Samura.
The
one of the
Hitsugaya of
people that
this
was with
series.
Samura. Yes.
Big Hitsugaya.
Wow, you're
vibes.
absolutely right. Hell yeah. He's like, "Yeah, nice to meet you." It's like, "I'm the head of the Masumi Ninja Clan. We were Mr. Samura's guard for 3 years." So we was totally baffled. We were knocked out before we could react. As guards, we're fired. "Yeah, we know, bro. He fired you before he even did that. You failed. You failed before you got knocked out." And he's like, "Yo, did you hear about your friend?" She was like, "Yeah, Haku." He says, "All right." And he's like, "Nah, like he woke up blaming himself for Mr. Uraha's death," which I'm not gonna lie.
How could he have known? Come on, how could he have known?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he planned his death or nothing like that, but he threw the layup. Sometimes when you playing back, he threw a pick. He threw a pick six. That's what happened. He had good intentions on that pass, but unfortunately, the defender picked it off and took it the other way.
But
Went
no,
all the way home.
no. Essentially, what happened was he threw a layup for his teammate. His teammate caught the ball, dropped to the ground, and then ran to the other hoop. Like, how are you supposed to predict that?
That's like, all right. Like throwing a pass to your wide receiver, and then he's like, actually.
Then he takes off his jersey, and it's the other team's jersey.
Under it.
Exactly. Like, what? How are you supposed to handle that?
Actually, I'm a corner for the other team. You've just been intercepted.
Yeah. Yo, if that was Dak, he'd be like, "Are you fucking kidding me right
now?" That's how Dak plays. He plays as if that's happened to him constantly.
He's like, "Wait, you weren't on my team?"
I swear to God, you were blue and white.
No, wrong team is a Giants.
Yeah, shit, I forgot I was a Cowboy.
Nah.
See, I'm a good sport. I love the Cowboys. Dak's my guy. But
you have no choice but to be a good sport. You guys are probably losing the Bengals right now as we're recording this.
Last time I checked, we was winning.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, the Bengals can't stop shit, huh? They're defense.
No,
anyway.
They went back up. It's 14-10.
Okay. No spoilies. I'd like to watch it later.
Oh shit! Damn. Okay. Well, you don't know what time that's at, so
that's fair.
Oh no, the Giants lost.
That's fine. Anyway, continue, Josh. Oh, sorry, wrong Burgundy.
Yeah, we went on a tangent, huh? Anyway, the Hakari begged this kid, the ninja guy, to look after Chihiro because he can't use his powers, and he had promised that he'd stay to the end to help. So he felt bad. So he's like, until he's back on his feet, we want to do everything in our power to resolve this. All right, Chihiro? And Chihiro's like, was Mr. Uraha really killed? And that's when yeah, we're almost there. We're real close. Actually, kind of. Yeah, we're close. So, anyway, Chihiro basically resolves like the situation is that like Chihiro's like, listen, man, I done already put in a lot of work. Like I can't quit. Like I done killed a lot of people. I done made all these moves. I can't just fucking stop now. Like Mr. Shiba, with all due respect, I understand that you're scared for my life and that, because there was a point that Shiba made that like he couldn't protect him that time. He was too late. And so there's no guarantee he could protect him again. You know what I'm saying? Like the next time either. Chihiro's like, it is what it is, man. I'm gonna keep pushing forward. And Mr. Shiba's he tells Mr. Shiba, I won't die again. And he says, I'll hold you to that. So yeah, we cut back to the Kumanabi talking like in terms of fighting power, Samura is a greater threat than the Hishaku. Oh, interesting. Then we should be assembling a force to contend with Samura. And they're like, oh, like, do we have enough people? He's like, oh, one person came back to life. Plus, sorry.
Yeah, he trails off there.
I'm cutting ahead. Yeah, he does trail off. You're right. So we hear some people talking. They're like, oh, your coat's in tatters. You want to use this? And they're like, this is the Masumi's official uniform. Ninja attire. So we see a bunch of ninja weapons and people putting on black gloves and suits. Is that ninja attire?
Yeah, I guess so.
We cut back to one of the Kumanabi guys. He's like, with the ability to conceal their every sound and scent, they were the only force that could fight alongside Samura, By the same token, they have the potential to be Samura's greatest nemesis. And we cut to see the 3 ninja former bodyguards of Samura, plus Chihiro, pop out with some swag. I'm sorry,
Kagurabachi!
Yeah, some swag like SWEG, not an A.
Swig.
Swag suits, and the smallest guy hits a guy that says, "Let's get fired up." And
Despite
Chihiro's
the
ready
fact
to
that
die
I'm
for
dressed
it.
to the nines, I'm still packing heat, and I'm gonna pull out my weapon.
And that was the end of the chapter. Chihiro's got 2 swords. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe he's not going to use a enchanted blade.
No, I mean he
wrong burgundy.
he also had a when he would fight, he had like a non-powered blade with him. He always had like 2 swords. One of them was just like a short blade.
Well, wrong burgundy. Would you like to give your thoughts?
Yeah.
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
Uraha's not dead.
Wow.
I'm just gonna fucking put that out
That's
there.
a
He's not dead.
bold prediction to make on this episode.
He's not dead. He's not dead. Hey, I don't know what to tell you. He's not dead. He's not dead. This chapter proved that he's not dead.
If his soul is not in his body, does that mean he's dead?
I
Or
think
he's
there's
still
some
technically
fucking
alive?
loophole. I think there's some fucking loophole that's gonna happen here, and Uruha's not dead. This is because they don't say that he's dead. They don't say that he's dead.
They do indeed don't say that he's dead.
This is Kugisaki all over again.
That's what I was thinking.
He's not dead. He's not dead. That's all. This chapter proved it. He fucked up.
You son of a bitch. You fucked up.
The fact that this news is coming from Shiba of all people too, that makes it even less reliable. Because this dude is for sure sneaking some shit around. His motives just make no sense at this moment. You know, like he's like, oh man, hey, you should probably stop, but I'm not gonna stop you. You should probably stop, but I'm not gonna stop you. Uruha's might be dead, but hey, I don't know.
I have a rebuttal.
All right, what's your rebuttal?
I mean, the way I see it is there was a very simple reason for why he left Chihiro alive. He wasn't one of the original swordsmen. There was something that the swordsman done in the past that Samura believes they should all pay for and die. Chihiro wasn't, again, one of them. So I think Uruha is really dead. All right, we have to learn about what happened. That's what I think.
Oh man, this is tough because when I first read this, I'm inclined to agree with Wrong Burgundy too. You know, I was thinking the same thing because like they didn't explicitly say that Uruha is dead, and one of the rules of storytelling is, as an audience member, is that if they don't explicitly outright show you that a character is dead, then you can count on some possibility that fucking guy's alive.
He left the door open.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Guys. All right, look. I'm not saying this confirms it, but they literally did say he died.
They said he has an autopsy.
Too, but we've seen Chihiro.
No.
They said that both of them were dead.
Yeah,
we only seen Chihiro come back to life.
Well, Shiba said specifically
he did say he died.
Shiba said specifically that he's been trying to gain access to the autopsy that they've been performing, but he has not been able to do so because they're so heavily like guarded about that kind of stuff. So we don't know for sure. I mean, I feel like there is something of an intentional door being left open. But that's where I agree with Wrong Burgundy number 1 in that I feel like, you know, like the thematically, I don't see Samura like holding back and not killing Uraha because that's his whole goal. That's his end goal, if you will.
He's gonna come back, but not at the same capacity. He wasn't spared. He's probably gonna be something else. Is my guess. The Kamunabi are gonna make him into a living weapon. That's my theory. Because I think they have the capacity to do that.
I don't know.
I'm starting to think that like
similar to Flame Bone.
Why would they say I've been trying to see his autopsy, but there's no time? You know, they're like he's trying to negotiate. Yeah, you're right. That's weird.
I'm telling you, there's something I think.
Yeah, I'm not won over, but I'm suspicious.
I'm sure that he's dead by like the conventional means, but I'm pretty sure that he's gonna be back in the same capacity that Flame Bone exists with the Kamunabi.
Yeah, I mean, there's also
like as a weapon that they use.
They've also introduced the concept is that you can die for a certain amount of time and be revived. Like you can have your connection severed through some kind of death of some sort, like even a temporary death, as Chihiro did. So I think like when Samura spared Chihiro, he was giving him an out. He's like, hey, you're not involved. You weren't there. Mm-hmm. You weren't one of the original guys. So I'm giving you a chance to leave, to bail out of the game. And Chihiro, of course, would take it back. But I don't think he would do that for Uraha. That's the thing. That's what's tough. Because it wouldn't make sense if Uraha's alive. It wouldn't make sense if it was on purpose, and it feels a little convenient that it was an accident.
I don't think it. I think Samura killed him. I'll say that much. I think Samura killed him, but I don't think this is it for Uruha. Also, what is the panel? What is this panel of when he's talking about his like Uruha's forensics autopsy or whatever? What are they showing here?
I think that's the room where they're performing the autopsy.
It's a Japanese autopsy room.
They're making him into some fucking zombie ass motherfucker for sure.
I mean, it's a possibility. Sure. I mean, anything's a possibility in that case. I think they're definitely cracking the door open a tiny bit. This does have huge Nobara vibes. Because that's the same Spidey sense I felt when I first read this. It was like,
I'm still annoyed about Nobara.
Well,
but yeah, the final page of this chapter had me fucking hype as fuck. RGC.
Yeah, I would say this is also my RGC. What about you, Wrong Burgundy #1? No, wow. So this is me and Wrong Burgundy #2's RGC.
Certified RGC. Certified RGC. Certified RGC.
Yeah, they're just dressed to the nines.
Yeah. And they're going to pull out their weapon.
I'm a big fan of people with swords and suits and ties. I don't know. There's something about that just has so much.
Bakuno.
I don't think that was Bakuno didn't have that.
They didn't have swords. But it's just a cool ass fucking aesthetic. Ninjas with suits and ties. Like, come on. That's so cool.
Yeah.
This is our ninja attire. But yeah, those are my thoughts. No, not Wrong Burgundy. Chris, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, there are people who probably are watching this episode and understanding why you guys are Wrong Burgundy #1 and 2. And I feel like we need to give context. I believe that I was wronged on a high level. I was disrespected by my teammates here. I remember.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Disrespected.
I was told by Wrong Burgundy #1 that I didn't know my shonen tropes. He told me he was disappointed in me.
Damn.
That's what he said on the podcast.
I didn't say that though.
Wrong Burgundy #1 definitely said that.
Yeah, wrong
Yeah,
burgundy
that was me.
won.
I said
Listen,
that.
wrong burgundy won.
These guys had the nerve to look me in the eye and be like, Samura's gonna die right here, right now. No way. No way, Jose. Now, it didn't happen the way I thought it would happen. But
None of us thought it would.
nope. But you know
Go
what?
down.
That's the spice of life, you know. That's why you don't make crazy assertions up front, you know.
Fair.
Crazy assertions, I was
Well,
told. And you
You
know,
can do it for sport.
I don't know what happened.
Sometimes you just want to grab your nuts. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'll tell you
Make
this.
that bold.
This is what happened. I started to feel a little power after Josh and Brian, not Josh and Brian, Wrong Burgundy's 1 and 2 disrespected me in such a way. And I could feel like my Nen nodes activating, and it allowed me to conjure this laptop so that we would have our our first video episode
Wow.
land here.
Chris is a conjurer.
I'm a conjurer now.
That's wild.
My ability's name is Chris's laptop. And
Not very unbiased of you, I gotta say.
I was not biased at all. I applied my unobjective lens into the situation and saw that Samura would survive, and thus he did. That being said, the last few chapters, including this one, have been so good. Kagurabachi is really coming into its own. It's already had like a really good start, but now I feel like it's kind of settling into a really good pace here. I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know what their next goal is. It'd be crazy. It feels crazy for that to assume that they are just going to dive straight into fighting Samura right here, right now.
I hope not.
But I can't imagine that's the case. That's my dog Lucas, by the way. If you're just listening on the podcast, Brian's dog sitting. But yeah, I'm enjoying Kagurabachi. I really thought this was the best chapter of the week for me, just because it still like shows why Chihiro is like a really good main character. Is that it's not just like this kind of plucky shonen attitude. It's this representation of like what shonen has become, which is like a little more of a realistic and pragmatic main character, just kind of being a little more mature and taking responsibility for how far he's come and the price that he's paid to get his vengeance, and just realizes like I can't stop now, not because I'm just like this optimistic guy who can't give up, but because I've come this far and I've done so much that it would be all in vain if I stopped here. So I'm very curious to see how this turns out, and I'm very excited to see what the ninjas can do. They've also mentioned,
I'm so about the ninjas.
yeah. They've also mentioned that like they've hidden the other swordsman again. So we don't know. They've managed to hide.
Oh yeah, they mentioned the sushi guy.
Yeah,
I
they
forgot to say that.
They specifically hid the sushi restaurant somehow. So I don't know what that entails. I don't know if they like did like a pocket dimension thing where they hid him away, but I'm looking forward to meeting these other characters. I feel like we won't for a minute. But hopefully we do very soon. But those are all my thoughts on Kagurabachi. Wrong Burgundy number 1. What did you think?
Right. Almost forget that I had to get some thoughts myself. But
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Dude, that go fuck yourself feels so fucking targeted every single time.
it sure does.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It sure does. It sure does. Well, anyway. I don't have much really else to contribute because we said a lot already. You also covered the wrong Burgundy. You know what I'll say is my piece on this, which is that I was right in one aspect. I was wrong on who it was, but I knew someone was gonna die. And I think I think after I came to that realization, I was never fully confident because I understood it was a coin flip. That's at that point is when I was saying to you, Chris, I was conveying false confidence, to be honest. But I was telling you your salvation, your salvation is through Uraha, like dying instead. And
My
that ended up
salvation?
being true. Yeah.
That is just a
did. That
cope.
ended up being true. You can call it that. That's fine. That's fine.
I'm not
but,
calling
like,
it that. The universe is.
Okay.
I can't believe you're making excuses right now.
I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling what. Listen, you were right. I said Samaru was gonna die and I even tried to give reasoning because he was like some type of mentor figure to Chihiro on how like that would suck to lose him again. And it seemed like, and he was already so skilled, so it seemed like, oh, like he can't stick around too long because we got to let the other characters develop. Even Uraha, who's not as strong as him, probably could grow more, get stronger, and man, the whole situation fucking flipped. So I think you said it really well. Yeah. Yep. You're right, Chris. I was very wrong. I was wrong. And I think you said it really well when you was like, you know, it's tough to make bold claims like that because you never know how things will switch up on you.
Bold claims.
And it really did.
I was underselling it. You guys were making victory laps before anything even happened.
I disagree with that. I just was being confident and having fun with it. I want, at least for me, I can't speak for Brian's side.
Man, isn't it crazy that Hakuri got nerfed?
Yeah,
Kind of had to happen, right?
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's been going through it. The guy has like nerve damage probably or something. He's got like literally brain damage. He's got CTE now. At this point, he's got to
throw him in jail.
He's got like wizard CTE.
Another prison arc. Yeah, they're gonna arrest Hakuri for conspiracy.
Nah, they're not. They're not.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what did you think, Wrong Burgundy #2?
I already did my thoughts.
Did you? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well,
moving on.
Well, shit. I guess so.
Right.
Well, that was it for Kagurabachi. Really good chapter. The really good chapter, I would say.